deep in the parched desert sands of ancient Osirian.
Long-forgotten secrets are becoming unearthed
that could threaten the security of the entire region.
Through cursed tombs, undead crypts,
and towering pyramids, our unlikely band of heroes must rise to the challenge
and find the secrets of
the Mummy's Mask.
Hey everyone, Ashley here. I am the voice of our sassy halfling druid Khepri, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself and the reasons why I picked Khepri to be the way she is. So first off, I am the oldest sister of 4, so there are 4 of us, and my youngest sister is 10 years younger than me, my brother is 8 years younger than me, and my other sister is 3 years younger than me. So when I made Khepri, I very much so wanted to do the big sister vibes, because that's what I do in real life. And it was great because Erin, being a younger sister and her also very large family, wanted to play a younger brother. So we were able to come together and make a nice little family dynamic. I love how we play these characters together and we're able to banter like real siblings do because we have that experience. On top of it, for me personally, me and my siblings get along super well, so I wanted to make sure that I was expressing that really good familial bond with Tariq, even if he's an adopted brother. Well, enough out of me. I hope you really enjoy episode 6, and here it is, Khepri Fried Chicken.
Last time on the Mithril Tabletop. I would like to try and fall into her ever-loving arms.
We don't need to talk about it, but I have them, so move aside.
Tanhi, these doors have your name on them.
You firebombed Habibi's dad's house?
Yes. Meow.
See, that's how you were supposed to do it, Tariq.
One of them turns to you and just immediately draws its khopesh. These warrior dolls are lunging to attack you. They have their spears and their khopeshes. Do you want to see a picture of them?
Yes.
Roll for initiative. So I'm looking at this map of Wati we have here on our Foundry game virtual tabletop thing, and one of you guys kind of looks a little different. Khepri, did you do something with your hair?
You know what? Khepri is just shaking it up a little bit. Actually, for real, I didn't have original art. I had art that I had stolen off online, and I feel horrible because I could never find who the actual artist was, but I drew on top of it. But whoever drew it, they did an amazing job. And we asked Andrew's brother-in-law Ben to draw Khepri, and it turned out so perfect. Khepri and Ramses, it's just like what I had in my mind.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one, Erin.
Thank
I heard that.
I didn't hear. What'd she say?
I heard it too, unfortunately.
She said someone drew it.
You didn't have to repeat it.
Wait, what was it?
Don't you dare.
No, we're not repeating the joke anymore.
3 times is not the charm in this instant.
Did I use the wrong past tense?
No, you were fine.
Drew it, as in like,
you were
because
fine.
you're a druid.
She made a pun.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I get it.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Ashley is a blonde. not just naturally blonde
sure
hair.
It wasn't obvious?
She's blonde. She's like
very blonde.
Inside and out. We were watching I found this really funny reel on Instagram, and I'm not a doctor, but I'm a nurse practitioner, and it was this guy telling a stand-up comedian, he was a stand-up comedian telling a joke going, I realize my friend's a doctor, but he was my dumb friend. He's like, now every time I go to the doctor, I'm like, are you someone's dumb friend? And I'm like, I'm not a doctor, I'm a nurse practitioner. I wouldn't say I'm dumb, but blonde definitely... Blonde covers it pretty well.
I love that. That is hilarious.
It was really funny. I was like, oof.
That's a big oof moment.
I know. I shouldn't relate to that.
I had a joke I wanted to say, but now it's way too past the moment, but I still really want to say the joke. Have you guys ever gotten that feeling?
Yes, say the joke.
Do it anyway.
All the time.
No, it's too...
Do
Come
it!
on.
Okay, it would have been past the
so
moment, but now you brought it up again, so the moment's back.
Yep.
I'll take it. You know what? Good enough. So So dumb.
The
Explaining
moment
a
being
joke.
that you said you had a joke, and now we all just want to know what it is.
Explaining the joke is like dissecting a frog. You understand the joke better, but the frog dies. And by repeating the joke that I really wanted to share, that being the joke, I've killed the joke even further.
You always make
We
fun
can
of me
just
for
bring
the
it
joke
back.
The joke
The
croak.
Okay, you want to know something really funny? So one time I was at a Trebs
not
concert,
anymore.
like, you know how they did like well, I don't know. You guys, we would go sing at a church, and then we would go home like with one of the church members and stay the night there, and then we go to another church the next day. Well, one time we're headed to it. I can't remember what it's called, choir tour or something like that.
Yeah, when you went on tour.
Yeah. And so one day we're going to this lady's house, and she's, talking to us, getting to know us, and we brought up pets. And this one girl in the choir was talking about how she used to have a frog, but it died. And for the love of God, I don't know why, I went, "Oh, he croaked."
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh my gosh,
no.
why did I do that?" But she laughed, so we were good.
Good to know you have always had foot in your mouth moments.
No, that's really
My foot
funny.
has always
That's
been
really
in my
good.
mouth. I don't think it's ever like left.
Okay, this is a controversial question.
When her and Audra were born, Audra's foot was in her mouth because she couldn't fit her own foot. So,
Audra is Erin's twin sister. Speaking of siblings, I have a question. This is kind of controversial. In the Thomas clan, who is known for having the better puns, you or Cody?
It depends on who you ask.
Ah!
Because if you ask either Audra or Caleb, they won't care and they won't give you an answer. If you ask either one of us, like, we're obviously going to pick ourselves. So
Yeah, you're obviously biased for yourself. That's really funny. Do your
What are
parents
your-
have an opinion?
Yeah, what do your mom and dad think?
they roll their eyes, and they also would not get involved.
They're both
Very smart of them.
You can say that Cody's the OG, but I'm the champion. We'll say it that way.
Ooh,
Is it because he's
I like
older?
that. Cody's
because-
older by 3 years.
I mean,
2.
you did play Masha.
Yep. I don't know what that's to do with puns.
Alyssa.
Because the
Alyssa,
name, like you
I
said,
know
the
what
name.
you did
said that
there.
you were the champion. Yeah, you said that you were the champion.
Oh, champion.
Oh, I
was a
get it.
I went with. I
I'm
was
just
thinking you were
dumb.
talking about because her name was a play on gnashing of teeth, and I was like,
Oh.
I mean, I guess that's kind of a pun.
No, it wasn't really a
So-
pun. It was just making a reference.
Oh god, it's Friday.
so
We're
this
tired.
episode's
It's
going to
late.
be called Katie Groans the Whole Time.
Oh, I did.
So far,
Hey, when in our first episode when we said our puns were frequent, we weren't lying. This is very par for the course.
Yup.
Oh man.
just because
The
they're
collective sigh.
frequent, just
never
because
forget
they're
that.
frequent, doesn't mean I have to like it.
I'll never forget that one time where we had just an entire Discord chat going of cheese puns.
Oh yeah, the cheese puns. What happened to that server?
I don't know, but I just remember sitting, you were going to
That
go
was
on
pretty
break, and I was
great,
sitting in
wasn't it?
Micro Center's parking lot trying to come up
There
with
you
cheese puns.
We do. Never mind. That's so dumb. I'm not saying it.
I'm sure we could try to monster up some more.
That was a good one.
Anyway.
A Gouda one.
I think Katie's fed
All
up.
That
right,
would be
let's leave this
great.
provolone.
Can we please play the game?
Speaking of games, you guys stumbled upon the trophy room at the tomb of Akhentepe, and you saw a game much like ours. There's a map, there's little miniatures, and I assume, I'm going to pretend, that there are dice nearby, and you're like, oh, cool, D&D inside of a Pathfinder game, how ironic, and this one, they turned to you, and they said, no meta jokes, and they jumped at you to attack, and we're about to roll for initiative, except we're going to do hero points first real quick. You guys thought I forgot.
I did, actually.
I forgot.
All right. Well, we actually have a new rule we need to introduce to our audience as well. So last week we talked about hero points and the MVP award due to those hero points. Well, we got the MVP votes from last week and we have a tie. So we have a house, like a subset of the house rule. If there is a tie, the two winners get to roll off, which is they both roll a d20 and whoever gets the highest result gets the hero point. So, Ashley and Erin, I need you guys both to roll me a d20 real quick.
Why are they always
Ooh, it's
pitting
the
us, the siblings? Like, come on. I guess it's always a sibling rivalry.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
I
about
rolled
to
a
say.
9.
A 9's pretty
Well,
mid, pretty
Erin could
average.
get an 8.
It's true. All right, what'd you get, Tariq?
I got 13.
Oh,
So
Tariq,
we
good
have
job.
an MVP.
Sorry.
MVP goes to Tariq. He tried his best to hold up the group and, of course, in the most hilarious way, XD
Failed.
emoticon. MVP to Tariq for giving his all. Even he has some brains behind the pretty face.
Oh,
Just
I don't know
some.
what that's supposed to be.
that's so mean.
I vote for Khepri for being a good thieving tool and for taking care of Ramses. A shout out to Tariq for helping get Ramses down the shaft. MVP to Khepri. She was on those traps and got the team safely through the tomb. And then finally, honorable mention goes to Tanhi for being our usual lovable muscle cat and being the one we all fell for. Heart emoticon.
Oh, so apparently there are characters falling for Tanhi that I didn't know
No,
about.
no, they
I'm surprised
literally
Katie
fell
didn't
for
groan
you.
at that.
Oh my
I'm the
god.
one that made the joke.
Oh, okay.
Lord.
It's only okay if she makes it. Wow.
Hypocrite.
Wow.
Thy name is Katie.
Yeah, we literally fell for her. We dropped into her arms.
That's,
my
oh my
God.
gosh. So anyways.
Oh, you
perfect.
didn't get the joke when I sent it to you?
No, I got it. I'm just rolling my eyes because you're a hypocrite. You spent this entire preamble talking about how much you hate puns, and then here you are making puns yourself.
Hey.
Mhm.
I hate a lot of puns, but not all of them.
Not the
She
ones that
only
she
hates
makes.
the ones that other people
Not
make.
the ones that she made.
Particularly Erin.
Oh my god, that's messed
That is so rude.
Hey, I said no PvP in this game. Okay, get that out of here.
We don't have a character named Erin.
No player versus player. Is Tariq and Khepri, what's Keryth, are they players? No, they're adventurers. They are heroes. and
Khepri has nothing
characters.
to do with this.
I did warn you ahead of time.
Anyways, we're not gonna roll initiative just yet. Because just as these toys are about to lunge at Tanhi, Habibi, and Tariq, we immediately cut all the way
Keryth
up.
is there too.
Keryth was over there creeping. He was creep-a-leaking. Like he was.
Creep-a-leaking, like crack-a-lacking.
Yes.
He was pouting because he kept failing his crafting check.
Yes, but he was
You guys
around.
can't
He was
see the
around
map.
the corner. He was creeping.
Wasn't
Yeah, let
around
me show you the map.
corner.
You're in another room right now.
You were around the
You're
corner.
off
You were
counting by
creeping.
yourself.
Technically the same room.
I
Apparently
didn't
not,
say that it was.
because I said that and it was a different room. So
I said you
It's a
were
different
creeping around the corner. I didn't say that you were like in a different room.
I'm not around the corner. I'm right down the hall from you.
So you guys are, like, you're in front of these toys, and they lunge up to attack Habibi, Tariq, and Tanhi, and then we immediately cut above the surface of the tomb, and we find a little green goblin digging in the sand, looking for a trinket that he was distracted by a few minutes ago. And, Mkfor, what, do you want to describe what you found?
Yeah, so they all were heading into the tomb, and then Mkfor just kind of saw the glint of something in his peripheral vision and always looking for treasure. So he went over and went towards the area of where the glint happened, but, you know, it's a big desert sand. Didn't see the glint anymore. So he spent the next, I don't know, 2, 3, seemed like days, but it was probably only a couple minutes, just digging up different holes. Where is it? I know I saw you. Come here, you little bastard. Come here. Where'd you go? And digging up a hole, and then eventually found himself in a hole that was like just above the size of his head. And he was like, I don't know how to get out of here. Anybody up there? Hello?
As you call out, you suddenly hear footsteps approaching you, and
Right, so
over the brim.
I'm just gonna say, "Oh, Tanhi, I knew you would come to save me. Tanhi, are you up there?"
And over the rim of the little hole that you dug pops out this lady with a really wide brimmed pink hat, and like she has this flowing feather in her hat, and she looks over, she's like, "What a strange creature. Are you okay down there?"
You're not Tanhi. Whoa.
Tanhi, I don't know who that is. Okay, well, my name is Velriana. Do you need help? You were calling out for help just a second ago.
So you're not like a regular Anna, you're very Anna?
Never mind. I cannot be bothered with this anymore. Do you need the help or not? Or should I get somebody else to help you?
I can do it. And then I like try to jump up, and I catch myself on the edge of the cliff, but it's sand, so obviously as soon as I hit the edge of it, it all just slides back down into me. And so I try it again, and it does it again, and I try it again, and it does it again.
And she's enough of this foolishness. Dory, can you come over here, please? And you see this tall, dark-skinned, slightly muscular woman approach, and she goes, "Oh, the poor thing. Here, let me help you up real quick." And she leans over and offers you a hand.
And I reach up and grab her hand, and as soon as I feel how muscly it is, I say, "Oh my god, you're better than Tariq."
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell me somebody's muscly, or I'm gonna go with it.
Fair enough. She goes, "You're a strange creature. Well, we were just off to. Are you one of the adventurers? The heroes who are doing the lottery?"
Well, I don't know if I'd call myself a hero, but I could be anything for you, baby.
I don't feel comfortable with this. Velriana, where did you find this creature? And Velriana kind of just flips a flippant hand, and she kind of pushes her hat out of her way, making sure the sun's being blocked by her hat. And she goes, "I just found this thing in this hole. It was calling for help. I thought maybe it could pay us for rescuing it," she says suggestively.
Pay you? Oh yeah, I could pay you. Here, I actually just found this in the sand. And Mkfor pulls out a little, it's like a completely rusted over gear piece, but Mkfor is small, so this isn't saying much, but it's about the size of his hand. So to them, it's probably like, I don't know, maybe a large $50 piece.
If that even.
If that.
And then you see a man kind of approach the group. Two men, actually. One is in heavier, scale mail, with nice flowing white robes, and he's holding a staff. And the other man is much more, sorceress. They have this blue shirt on with golden robes underneath, and they have a wand and scrolls and a scorpion on their shoulder, and you get the sense that the scorpion's probably their familiar. And they kind of approach the two ladies, and they're like, are we gonna go back to our site now, or what? What's going on here? What is this thing? What are we doing? And Velriana kind of stops, and she pinches the bridge of her nose, and she goes, "This was a mistake. I just wanted to help this creature, assuming that it had any knowledge of the eye, but apparently not, so never mind. Just go along now. You have your own business. We'll likely run into each other later, but I hope our encounter is more pleasant next time. Be gone now." And she kind of dismisses you.
Thanks. And as Mkfor walks away, he just mutters to himself, "Man, I find the weirdest people out here."
Dory kind of looks over her shoulders as you walk away, and she kind of shrugs her hands, sorry about her. She can be kind of terse sometimes. It's the sun. I don't think she agrees with the heat. She's from Taldor. She's not used to the desert sun of Assyrian. Anyways, good luck on your treasure hunt. We'll probably run into you at the Tooth and Hookah. See you later. And she walks
Tooth
off.
and Hookah! I love that place.
Everyone, all four of them are just looking over their shoulders and whispering, and you can probably tell that they're talking about you. You get the but yeah, so you have your thing, and then now that you're above surface again, you look around and you definitely can't see or hear your party. And
Yeah, what Mkfor definitely knows to look for, though, is like wet spots in the sand because that dog just slobbers everywhere. So once he finds some streaks of slobber, he's going to walk and just follow the trail until he finds him again.
Well, you make it without too much difficulty back to the tomb. You can recognize the tomb of Akentepe, and the front doors are still mostly ajar, and you can see the torches inside that you helped light. And as you walk in through the door, you can see the round door that you had helped open is still open as well. But you never saw the room beyond it. As you approach the shaft, you look down and you can see a rope.
Can I see where the rope is going?
Down into the shaft.
Well, I'm going to look down in the shaft and say to myself, well, I was just in one hole. I guess another one can't hurt.
Oh, gosh.
And then I'm going to start to climb down the rope.
Are we earning that R rating yet?
I guess so.
That's not what I meant. I literally dug myself a hole.
We aren't
Which I guess
being
I'm
suggestive.
doing now again anyway, so you know.
We're not being explicitly suggestive. We're just being implicitly suggestive.
I mean, you were until you said the joke.
It's true. I blame Angela.
Usually it's me.
Mkfor, go ahead and roll me an athletics check to climb down this hole.
You sure it has to be athletics?
I am sure that it has to be athletics.
Oh, that's not too bad. 17.
17 is sufficient, and you manage to climb down the rope. And as you get down to the bottom, you can see that there's a ton of extra rope, and at the end of that extra rope, there is what you can only assume is a harness for some sort of quadrupedal animal.
Oh, Ramses got the easy way down, huh?
He really did.
Damn.
You hop off the rope, and you make it to this short hallway, where inside the hallway, you see, like, all these lockpicks kind of, like, jammed inside a couple panels right here in the middle of the floor.
Well, they didn't have much luck with that one, did they, huh?
Stepping and or hopping over the panels, you notice that the pressure plate is jam stuck thanks to our esteemed Khepri in the party. And then as soon as you round the corner, you suddenly hear a scream from I can only assume. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to play. Which of the four who are who currently in the trophy room? Which of the four of you would make the loudest noise once you see these toys animate?
Tariq.
I'm pretty sure Khepri would be like making some kind of noise.
Possibly. So you hear Khepri screaming, and suddenly Ramses kind of like perks up. He was just sniffing the stairs over here in front of you. I will now unpause the game and finally ask all of you to roll me initiative.
Yay!
Finally.
Roll.
Habibi kind of grips Tanhi's arm.
I rolled like shit.
I mean, so far I'm down at the bottom. So, y'all better kill these warrior dolls before Tanhi gets there with her axe.
Alright, let's make sure there are no ties. It does not look like there are any ties we have to worry about. So we're going to start our initiative, round 1, top of the order, Tariq.
Ooh.
It is your turn.
Go,
what would you
brother,
like to
go.
do?
So I was unprepared to go first because that has yet to happen. So let me take a
Rolled
look
really
real
well.
quick. Okay. Nah. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, in like basic reflex, I'm going to immediately try to do my spell strike with acid splash and try to get all of these little creatures to get some acid on them. Although I probably can only hit one. I can only hit one. Darn. Okay. So I'm gonna do that and then attack with my staff. It's an 18 total of 18 for the creature that is right in front of me, like right in front of me.
You're striking them with your staff?
Yes.
Okay, so first action to draw your staff, second action to smack at it. You said 18 to hit. 18 is a hit. What is your third and final action?
Well, that was supposed to be spell
Wait,
strike.
That was spell strike. A spell strike?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing a spell strike. I'm sorry. Go ahead and do your main class gimmick. Yes, a spell strike is going to hit.
Okay, so
this one right here in front of you.
I'm gonna roll the damage for that, and then so that was a total of. Did I roll it twice?
No, there's persistent.
Okay,
acid
so
damage.
it did a total of 4 acid damage. And then
Okay.
Just regular 10 points of damage otherwise with the staff.
Oh, dang.
Well, these are tiny little dolls, and so 10 points of damage crushes
Just
this
whack
thing
the crap
beneath
out of the
its,
one that jumped at me.
You just smack it, and it explodes. Which is no problem. It was next in initiative, but you know what? Fine. I don't need to go. I don't need to have fun at all. Habibi, it is your turn. Second initiative, I still haven't, or second combat, I still haven't done anything yet.
Habibi would like to learn more about these dolls. Is there something that he could roll as a knowledge check?
Absolutely. You can roll me either an Arcana or a crafting check.
Oof.
I can do one of those.
I have +0 in both.
Oh.
I will go ahead and give it a shot. I'll roll Arcana.
Secret checks. All right, so these are some sort of animated warrior doll. Although you have heard, you've maybe heard someone talking about them or referencing them in passing. You don't know too much of their details. Perhaps they were, your parents were talking about it, and you're like, "Oh my god, I don't care, shut up," and you just missed that lesson. First action. What else you got for me for next 2 actions?
Well, since they kind of shocked me, I feel like I should shock them. And I'm going to do electric strike. Or electric arc. Sorry.
Whom are we attacking?
I am going to attack the 2 that are closest to me and Tanhi. So, like, the one right in front of Tanhi and then the one right to the left of
Are there more than just the 2?
Fantastic. There are 3.
Yeah, get in the room.
There were 4,
Get
but
in the room,
okay.
Keryth.
there are 3 now.
God damn it! Working on it.
So they have to pass a DC 18 basic reflex save.
Fail.
All right. Oh boy, they unsurprisingly don't have a very strong reflex save. This one down here closest to Tanhi critically fails, and the one to the north regular fails.
Okay, so I rolled 5 points of damage, so the critical fail will get that doubled.
Yes,
It
it
is
will.
dead?
It's almost dead.
1 point.
Remember, Tariq did a little bit more than 10 damage. But man, this thing it's on splinters. It's like its arm pops off, its head is like dangling off by like an edge. It's not looking great.
Just but a scratch.
Just but a scratch. I don't know. Yeah, Khepri, it is your turn.
Cool. Capri's looking at these and she's going, they're wood. I wonder if they'll burst into flames. So she's gonna let that electricity start to bubble through her hands, and she's gonna do electric arc to the 2 dolls that are untouched.
Man. You got me here thinking you were gonna do produce flame or something.
No, I just want to do electric arc and see if I can zap them into nothing.
Electric
All
arc
right,
club.
are you targeting the same 2?
Yeah, I'm targeting the 2 that have not been touched yet, so the 2 in the back.
Okay. All right then. Let me roll their reflex saves real quick.
Since you said they didn't have the best reflex,
Oh my god, what is going on with my luck today? I rolled a 5 and a natural 1.
Yes!
Lovely.
Let me get that damage for
so
you.
they both critically fail.
Oh, look at that
They're both going to
damage.
take double damage. Oh my god.
You got an 8 for
nice.
one,
Jesus.
so take a 16 and kill one of those friends.
Oh my. I'm just going to take 16 on both, and they both explode.
Oh my
and
God.
Kepri's just like,
Oh my
hee hee, they
gosh.
just got obliterated.
These toys are getting decimated.
I mean,
and here
they
I
are
thought.
toys.
I thought they were going to at least get 1 action. Khepri, you have a single action remaining.
Oh yeah, and I guess I have, you know what? Where's Ramses?
It gets to do one thing, Waba.
One
get to do anything
thing. Let's activate Ramses, because I just have a feeling he might have a good time playing with this other doll. So Ramses!
Oh no.
So we're gonna move Ramses up here. Okay, we're gonna move him right across. He'll jump half on the table.
Oh no. So Ramses runs through the chariot room.
Yep, he's like on the table, and now he's gonna use Jaws and try to grab this other doll and shake it.
Okie doke. Yeah, Ashley has such a peppy voice, but she says such dark things sometimes.
And how does a 25 hit you, love?
A 25 is a critical hit.
You know, Ramses is going to grab, and his tail's wagging, and he's going to start shaking it like Daisy does with all of the toys she picks up. How does a 4 double it to make an 8 hit you?
Yeah, it had 3 hit points left. This thing is also dead.
Ramses has a new toy.
And before Keryth, Mkfor, or Tanhi can even go, just like that, the combat is over.
Do they have the weak
Well
template or something?
No, they were just all level 1, and you guys rolled exceptionally well, and they rolled very poorly.
You rolled
well done,
very
guys.
Poorly.
Hey now,
Kind of like
I
your
can
chicken
separate
swarm.
player from character. Oh, lordy.
Tariq's gonna back away a little bit. He's immediately suspicious of the rest of this room.
Ramses is going to try to give Tariq his doll.
Speaking of the rest of the room, I did I describe this room last week? I don't remember.
You did, but you can do it again.
Sure, I'll do it again gladly. A table displaying 3-dimensional diorama occupies much of the north side of this room. 3 shields with different designs are displayed upon a rack to the east wall, while various weapons hang from another rack to the southern wall. Arrayed around the room are 5 small chests and clay urn.
Do I detect magic?
Do you detect magic? That is a good question. You do detect some magic in this area.
Cool. Where?
You are not a high enough level to identify where.
I would say in one of these chests.
Yeah, are these like boxes that are shown on the map actually something that like can be interacted with, or is it just?
Indeed, they can be.
Huzzah! Hey, look.
So the map room that they're in has like chests and portraits and like an actual table with toys on them all over the place. So you guys want to open the chest?
Yes.
What do you guys see inside?
Ooh, there's an unusual khopesh, an unusual spear, composite short bow that is broken.
I like spears.
Unusual shield, a scroll case. I would like to look at the scroll case.
Opening up the scroll case, you can see just a bunch of powder. As you shake it out, you assume that all the papyrus records or personal memos that were inside have deteriorated. But as you dig closer, you can see that some of them are salvageable. You pick out some of these papyrus records, and you find that they are private memos, expense ledgers, some speeches, private correspondences, that sort of stuff. Just a lot of military general kind of stuff. There's not much else of interest here, but the whole thing is very, it's a very interesting deep dive into the life of an ancient Osirian explorer, or general. So if you can find an Assyrianologist or some sort of museum or a school or someone you can sell it to, they'll probably buy it for 25 gold pieces.
Hey guys.
So that'd be good for us to take to sell when we leave.
Yeah,
don't forget, there is an auction in a week.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's very light, so that's definitely something we could take with us.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Who wants to carry it?
Since you kind of found it, Khepri, and were interested, do you want to go ahead and take it?
Yeah,
it doesn't
sure.
have any weight, so...
Sure, can do.
Alright, there is a sealed clay urn, which looks like it has some kind of perfume. It also doesn't have any weight, so I will go ahead and stick that in my bag.
Tariq will go ahead and pocket the gold pieces.
No! That's not how that works!
I'll hold on to
Tariq, you
this.
must share.
I'll hold on to this.
Well, evenly distributing, there are 10 gold pieces. There are 10 gold pieces, 4 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces. So evenly distributed, you can each take a gold piece, but there is still 4, and 2 left over.
Money's but an object. I'll take the 1 gold piece.
You already took a gold piece.
I know.
Oh, you say you're good with that. Oh, yes. So for the leftover 4, you guys can decide to split up as you will. But what about these unusual things? As you're looking at them, they seem pristine, a telltale sign that these are magical weapons, and also the shield appears especially well preserved. making it appear to be also magical. The composite short bow is non-magical though, and that's why it has deteriorated. Its bowstring has expired. You can probably replace the bowstring and fix it, and then you'll have a composite short bow, which is pretty good.
I knew something was magical.
Well, I told you there was magical.
I'm just that good.
Would you guys like to try and identify them? The GM says, prodding the players for more information.
We
I would
can,
like to
but
try and identify
Keryth was terrible at
specifically
crafting checks last week, so.
Hey,
Well, these are
shots
magical
fired.
checks.
Oh, they're magic, literal shots. No, okay.
but boys and girls, Keryth has Crafter's Appraisal.
Okay, so
I can use crafting to identify magical items.
well, why don't you go ahead and roll? Whoever wants to identify the Khopesh, you can roll me a magic or crafting check for Keryth's case to identify the Khopesh and see what magical runes are on it.
Does religion count as magic?
Yes, it does. The magic skills are Arcana, Nature, Religion, Occultism, and wait, was that all four of them? Arcana, Nature, Religion, and Occultism. Yeah, that is all four. I'm just silly. One for the unusual spear and one for the
So we
unusual
rolled
shield.
twice.
Well, you just pick which one you want to roll for it.
Keryth would like to specifically roll for the spear.
Okay. Who wants to identify the Khopesh?
I'm trying to
Habibi would like to.
Tell us how many successes we got.
Don't worry about it. Habibi's working on the Khopesh, and who's working?
Probably different.
I'm also
I guess I'll
trying
work on the
to-
shield.
And who's working?
I'm also trying to look at the.
Who's working on the shield?
I can do the shield.
Tariq is also trying to do the Khopesh.
Yep, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, you got Tweedledee and Tweedledum over there, Keryth and Tariq looking
Damn
at
it!
the Khopesh.
Oh no!
And,
No,
Keryth
Habibi and
and
Tariq.
Spear.
oh, Habibi and Tariq are looking at the Khopesh. Tariq is looking at, or not Tariq. Keryth is looking at the spear. You said?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, Tariq is just is trying to identify the Khopesh, and Habibi's like, "Oh, my parents have one of these. This is a +1 Khopesh."
Nice.
Keryth, you have no idea what's in there.
Can I try
What's
a
in the spear?
different? Can I try a different check for it if no one else has succeeded?
Not today. You have to wait until tomorrow.
Well, we have other people.
Meanwhile,
Maybe they succeeded.
Khepri, you identify this as a scarab shield. Let me tell you what a scarab shield is, because this is actually a homebrew item. It is basically a steel shield, but it's fashioned in the shape of a scarab beetle, a creature that functions kind of like a psychopomp for Pharasma in the ancient lands of Osirian. It helps guides the souls of the departed from the boneyard, and they have this tradition in the ancient Osirian mythology because they often found scarabs moving from east to west as they tried to roll their dung across the desert. Obviously, this isn't always the case, but that was where the tradition came from. They're guardians of the underworld. The scarab shields are especially favored by archaeologists and tomb raiders alike for the protection they grant against guardians that are frequently found in ancient ruins and forgotten tombs. Once a day, using the interact action as part of raising a shield, so like by raising your shield and activating this, you can get a +1 bonus to all saving throws against fear and death effects for a minute. So like, for example, if you were fighting, I don't know, a mummy.
I wonder why this shield is here, guys.
Hint, hint, hint.
I don't know either. At any time, while this bonus is in effect, the wielder can end the effect as a free action with a burst of healing energy. The wielder loses the saving throw bonus, but is instead given 1d8 plus 8 points of damage. Is healed 1d8 plus 8 points of damage.
Oh, wow.
And other than that, it's just the normal steel shield. It's pretty good.
That's very cool.
The problem is all of the frontline fighters use two-handed weapons.
Well, fun fact, Khepri as a druid has shield block by default.
Yeah, so you could take it, Khepri.
Okay.
Mkfor could probably also use it, but I think he has his hands full. Habibi, I believe, also has free hands, but you won't be able to shield block with it, but Habibi can still raise the shield.
Habibi, do you want it?
Nah, I'm good.
I'll take it then. I just want to make sure it's not too much.
No, I feel like it would cramp my style.
You got to be able to see all of that.
I'm good.
Can't block the view with the shield, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It's a very stylish shield.
I like it, and the nice thing is that if Khepri wants, she can turn into a scarab, so now maybe she could be a scarab holding a scarab shield.
Oh, do you have pest form?
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Well, Khepri is an ancient Egyptian god, and his head is the head of a scarab. So
makes sense.
Khepri's just going for the whole scarab theme.
I mean, that's what my parents wanted.
That's true.
Erin, the Khopesh is still showing in the.
No, that's the Khopesh
box.
That's the Khopesh that Tariq had. And he just dropped his old one.
Oh, okay, I got you now.
You did the Skyrim thing where you picked up the new magical weapon and you put the old one in.
Pretty much. If I yeah, I definitely know Skyrim, so that was the reference I was making.
Damn it, Erin!
God dang it, Erin! Every week we mention a new game. We're like, I've never played this game before in my life.
Alright, I have a question, Waba. I know I failed at my check on the spear. I know Anjela also rolled one as Tanhi. Did she succeed for us to identify the spear?
Unfortunately, she did not.
Damn. Alright, well, I'm going to...
And no one else can roll?
Somebody else can take...
I was gonna say no one else can roll for it?
Well, no, only those two can't because they failed their checks. Somebody else can spend another 10 minutes, though, but then you guys would have spent 20 minutes in this room.
Habibi is willing to try.
I mean, can I just use my first 10 minutes because I didn't roll for those?
Oh, yeah. Mkfor, go ahead and roll your check. Which, as a thaumaturge, you're automatically trained in all of them. Alright, you identify this as a +1 spear. Just a regular long spear.
Wow. All that effort for nothing.
Well, it's not my fault you guys rolled really badly.
But it is just a plain old spear, but it has a +1 rune on it. So
that's true. So you can transfer that rune later.
That was my thought process. So I say we take it, and then we can either roll off or decide who is going to get that +1 rune off of it. Unless someone wants, the regular spear.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
Keep exploring!
That to say, I guess we keep on trucking
Didn't you say
through.
there were other things? Like, is that the only thing that opens in here? Or it's worth examining in here?
Oh yeah, because there were like 3
so
boxes.
Even though I drew it as a single chest, all of these things are from all over the world. All over the world, all over the room. So like the shields are hanging up here on the walls, while the Khopesh is on this other weapon rack down south, and you can see the urn is like over here, and the scroll case is like in this chest over here. So they're all scattered around this room.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Just simplified it by putting it all in one visible chest for us.
Yarp.
All right.
Wait, have we fully explored this? I don't see any other doors.
Well, there is that entryway on the other side of not the next room, but the one that we went, like the one down the stairs. We can try it.
Oh, yeah. South, right here.
Yep, so coming back into the foyer, you're in the faded tapestry room where you see a portrait of his family. You see Akentepi, the middle-aged man. He's accompanied by his wife and his 2 children, and they have a small estate in the background. And there are 2 more double doors to the south.
Right, I guess we're going this way now. Can I roll perception on these doors?
Perception at the door.
Sure. Roll me a blind GM check for perception. Khepri and Keryth, you both plant your ears right on the door, and these are big, large stone doors, so it's hard to hear anything beyond, and indeed, you hear nothing beyond these doors.
Wow, helpful.
Are you wanting to be at the front as we open the doors, Khepri?
Nope, I'm gonna go to the back and I'm gonna say that, hey, Tariq, can you hear anything out of this door? Come here and check real quick. Please be a good brother.
Tariq's gonna give
He's got a shield. You're fine.
Tariq's gonna give her kind of like a side eye, like a sibling setting him up. It's like, yeah, I'll try it.
Yay!
So he's going to try and see if he can hear anything.
You guys are acting like I have, like, every single door in this entire place has been trapped so far.
Yes.
I mean, almost.
No.
Not the doors, but the places
almost.
among them.
It is a tomb, come on.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, you hear nothing beyond, and as Keryth opens the door, you can see why. There is just a small set of stairs leading down into another
I don't trust
door.
these stairs.
All right, let's do it again.
They're trying to be behind Tariq, not in front of Tariq.
Kepri's just
Keryth
like running between his legs or something.
He just runs down south, opening the doors further. And let me describe this room that you guys find yourself in.
I didn't open those doors. Someone else did.
Whoever opened the doors, you guys are now in this room of reflection because a massive mirror stretches across the southern wall of this chamber, flanked by 2 statues. The statue in the east depicts a tall, gaunt woman in a flowing hooded gown holding an hourglass, and Pathfinder nerds probably already know who that is. The other figure in the west is that of a jackal-headed man carrying a scepter and a staff in either of his hands. So one hand has a scepter, the other has a staff. Stone double doors, standing slightly ajar, lead to the east and to the west. And a third set of double doors are the ones you just came down from the north. Torch holders are sculpted in the shape of a bird skull, and they're built into each of the 4 corners here. And a thin layer of dust covers every surface.
So
everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Fine. Oh, now we can.
What do you want us to roll? Perception, or can we roll religion?
If you want to identify the statues, you can roll me a religion for those, but I would also still like a perception check as well.
So one Tariq... of them is Anubis. Is that metagaming?
It's common enough knowledge, but yeah, you can roll old God's lore if you would like as well.
Yes, finally!
So as everyone's trying to like perceive around the room, Tariq is just kind of like admiring himself in the mirror and kind of like, kind of wiping some dirt off his face that they've been exploring in this dusty tomb and, just like winking at himself.
Kepri's gonna come and like nudge him with her elbow, be like, stop it.
What?
So that's your excuse if you do bad on this perception check.
Absolutely.
Nice cover. And as a reward, I get to tell you this. So, let me handle all the other stuff first. So, Khepri, Habibi, you guys easily identify the 2 statues. The easternmost one being that of Pharasma, except she is depicted as the ancient Osiriani would have understood her. And to the west, you identify the statue of Anubis. They both take similar roles in the ancient Osirian mythology, in which they are both kind of like guardians of the underworld, or the Pharasma takes the boneyard, Anubis takes the river of souls and the field of reeds, and they both have psychopomps of their own. So, for example, Anubis would have the scarabs, while Pharasma would have the Nosoi birds and all the normal psychopomp stuff that we've played with before in Tyrant's Grasp. But Tariq, as you spend some time looking at the mirror and you start like brushing your hair and looking pretty and stuff, you suddenly see a reflection looking back at you of your own face, and then from behind, instead of seeing Keryth, you see an ancient Osiriani man, and you like quickly like look over your shoulder and you just see Keryth. No one there.
What are you looking at, Tariq?
Creepy.
Tariq is gonna kind of like, rub his eyes a little bit and like thinking he's tired, and he's gonna look closely again. He still sees that. He's like, is anyone else seeing this? And he points at the mirror.
And as you look back at the mirror, you like turn your head back from the group to the mirror, and you see your face, and reflected in it is not your face, but the face of a stern, disapproving man.
Oh no.
You look a little closer, and it looks like an older version of you. And you feel your face, and you're like, I'm not looking like that. Like, I'm clearly like concerned. I'm not disapproving, but it almost it feels like somebody else is looking back at me, and I need you to roll me a fortitude save.
He doesn't have great fartitude. Oh my gosh, I just said fartitude.
Wow.
He doesn't have
Erin,
great
are you
fartitude.
short on sleep too?
I'm so tired, guys.
When Daisy farts, I need a fartitude save as well.
She might be tiny, but her farts are mighty.
You suddenly feel as if like judgment is being bestowed, like you feel judged, and you look closer at the reflection, and your hand in the reflection is moving towards the reflection's forehead, you're obviously not moving at all. You're just like, look, you have full control of your body. This is just like what the reflection is doing. But you see it's painting on your own forehead, the reflection, and it writes out the word in ancient hieroglyphics. It paints out like this symbol on your forehead. Nobody here reads Ancient Osiriani yet, right?
Hold that thought. Not yet. I do have regular Osiriani.
Nope, I only have regular.
Then anyone with Osiriani, roll me a quick and easy society
Wait, so
check.
is everybody seeing this then?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not crazy.
Okay.
We're just all watching in horror as this happens in the mirror.
Mkfor, Khepri, and Keryth, you can all recognize, and you, Tariq, you all recognize the ancient hieroglyphic symbol for the word thief.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's accurate.
Tariq, that old man is writing thief on your forehead.
I realize that, Khepri, thank you.
With that society, I'll carry that society check over. Mkfor, you understand this to be a warning. The face here, the old man face, it seems more or less to reflect a realistic depiction of Akhentepe that you have seen, like ancient Egyptian style paintings of throughout this entire tomb. The painting of the word thief is basically saying this mirror would be like cursing the person who failed their fortitude save in this mirror to be, branded as a thief. Indeed, anyone who comes down these stairs would have to look in the mirror, and if they look at the mirror long enough, they all get branded with this thing. But this is such a low fortitude save, and there's so many of you, I'm not going to ask all of you guys to do it, but all of you would have had to roll this fortitude save as well.
Tariq just happened to fail.
No, Tariq didn't fail.
He just happened to be checking himself out in the mirror.
So if I had failed, I would have been marked.
Yep.
Okay. Tariq's gonna kind of look around the room to see around kind of like recalling knowledge a little bit, if he saw any kind of covering or like sheet anywhere.
Or we could break it.
Well, I don't know, because she said that we shouldn't needlessly destroy things.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just gonna cover it up, so I'm not technically breaking it, but it also would, people wouldn't have to look at it.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. I'm not as dumb as I look. Watch me roll a terrible.
Looking around, you don't see any tarp or anything loose that you can cover over this mirror. This mirror seems to be built into the wall, so there's not really a way you can cover it unless you drill it into the wall itself. But as you're looking, you do notice something else. You notice tracks or like footprints going from this room and back and forth between these two doors, from the east to the west.
So Tariq's going to kind of point these out, and he's going to turn to Khepri and say, what do you think? Do you think Ramses might be able to sniff something out? Do these look recent to you?
Oh, that's a good question. Can he roll a perception and try to use his sniffer?
Why don't you try to roll me a survival check instead of a perception check?
Sounds good. So I'm gonna look at Ramses and be like, "Hey, Ramses! Hey, Ramses! Go get him!" And Ramses can get all excited, wag his little butt, and start putting that nose to the ground.
All right. And Ramses kind of just like starts sniffing, and he starts walking around, and he seems to start meandering and find himself walking into this eastern room over here.
All right, guys. Well, let's follow him in.
As soon as he gets like halfway into the room, he starts barking, like very aggressively and angrily behind this altar.
Oh, I am running now. Okay, so Khepri's right here next to Ramses, and she's ready. She wants to see what's going on.
You find yourself in what you can only describe as the preparation chamber. You find pillars lining this rectangular chamber, interspersed with a stone jackal head extending from the walls. A stone altar covered in a layer of dust sits at the eastern end of this room, where Ramses is currently barking his head off. Looking around, you can see the same jackal heads that you saw in the previous room, and you can only assume that these are statues or like facial symbols of Anubis. And Khepri, you and your family, you Tariq as well, would recognize a room like this is where they probably brought the body of Akhentepe to be embalmed and given his final mummification rites before being finally interred in his final resting place. But you don't see any body on the altar. Obviously, this is he's been mummified, you can assume, so something else is going on here.
So nobody's home?
Knock, knock.
Nobody is home.
That was a good one.
We are punny today. You try to detect magic and you do not detect any magic nearby except for that mirror.
Okay.
I'll give you that one. You're aware of the magic in the mirror.
Thank you.
I say we get closer to investigate.
You have fun with that.
Oh.
As soon as...
Can I roll a perception check?
You may, but I will use it as your initiative because just as Mkfor rushes around the corner to look behind the altar, he sees two spiders bigger than him. They immediately animate as they are startled by his presence and the lantern light that he brings, and they hiss and squeal as I guess giant spiders tend to do, and we're all gonna roll for initiative.
Spiders!
Do we have to roll for initiative, or can I try to do a diplomacy
Roll
check?
perception for initiative.
Am I still fatigued?
You know what?
I don't think he would be.
You've eventually caught your breath.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we've been
No, she's fine
exploring
now.
for a while.
Nat
You're
20,
fine.
heck yeah!
I rolled garbage.
Same.
You did better than me.
Oh, I thought initiative
Alright.
rolls were public.
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
matter.
just accidentally had it on private still.
All right, we are going to start with our second initiative of the session. Look at us guys go. Starting off, round one, Khepri with that natural 20. You're up first. What do you got for
So
me?
Kepri's gonna walk over to the spiders, but she's gonna keep a little bit of distance between them. And she missed out on the opportunity with the scorpions and feels a little bad because her druid self didn't realize that they were actually living and not just rocks. So she's gonna try to use wild empathy on these two spiders to see if she can either scare them or get them to leave us alone.
All right, first action, you step closer. Second action, you try to roll diplomacy. Wild empathy is a druid ability that allows you to talk to animals. So go ahead and roll me that diplomacy check. What do you say to them?
So I'm gonna walk up to them and I'm gonna go, "Hi, we mean no harm. We are just here trying to understand the history of this area and the history of Akentepi, the master of this tomb. And we would prefer not to fight. We genuinely come in peace."
All right. So what'd you get for your diplomacy check?
Okay, I rolled an 18.
An 18. All right. Because you have not actually, you and your allies have not actually damaged these spiders first. This one over here kind of like lunges towards you and goes, "Hungry? Food?" And it's clearly asking a question.
Oh, food. Let me look. Does anyone have food? Oh, we have chicken!
Chickens.
Oh god.
We have chicken pieces! Oh my gosh! Yes, we have food. Do you
Welcome
like
to
chicken?
Khepri fried chicken.
Oh my gosh! KFC!
Stop it!
Not sponsored.
So I am going to offer them some chicken.
We're not sponsored. But hey, KFC, if you're looking to sponsor a tabletop role-playing game, I mean, I'm just saying, we'll gladly take your money. Hint, hint.
More than happy, and we like KFC, non-sponsored. Khepri fried chicken, obviously. Alright, I'm offering them the chicken.
So with your final action, you pull out the chicken that you have.
Yes.
Okay, you're just carrying raw chicken in your bag.
Well, I couldn't set all of it out. I was getting rushed into the tomb.
Fair enough. All right. Well, it hasn't been their turn to react yet, but they're clearly paying their full attention to you, Khepri. Mkfor, do you want to do anything about this?
So since Mkfor is obviously startled, he is definitely going to immediately try to figure out if they have any weaknesses. So he's going to exploit vulnerability. Esoteric lore.
Okay, so quick reminder that esoteric lore only gives you knowledge about their weaknesses. It does not actually give you general knowledge. It's not a substitute for recalled knowledge, I don't think. That being said, you identify them as just normal giant animals. These are the smallest of the giant spider families, but these monstrosities have 6 legs and 2 large feeding appendages, and they're easily mistaken. The appendages can easily be mistaken as legs, but they aren't exactly spiders. They are They're called giant sulfurids. Sulfurids?
Here, put
they're
it
camel
in
spiders.
the chat.
Camel spiders or camo?
Camel, like, you know, in Egypt. Camel
I don't
spiders.
know. Solifugid.
Is that an actual spider? Because I've never heard of that before.
I don't know either. I think camel spiders are. I think these are just, you know, bigger than that. But here, let me look it up. Camel spiders. Yeah, these things are horrifying to look at. Oh my god, I hate them
I
already.
love camel spiders.
Yeah, that's what they are though. Real animal, I guess. But yeah, no, these look like regular animals, so you can't really. They don't have like a natural weakness or anything, but you can target their personal antithesis. What would you find as to be their personal antithesis?
I mean, are they? They're basically spiders, other than their size.
Yes, they're bigger than you are, though. They're bigger than Ramses. They're bigger than Khepri.
Good lord.
I mean, most any creature is going to not like, you know, fire or something like that. So I'm going to just assume that one of their personal antithesis is like getting burned alive, or like, I don't know, maybe one of their legs getting chopped off or something.
So morbid.
So I'll roll a perception check if you need me to, but does it look like they are being receptive to Khepri's advances?
It looks kind of like, well, you can't really understand what she's saying, but it kind of looks like they just stopped and they're looking at Khepri. They don't seem hostile, they seem like they're waiting for something.
Okay, so I'm gonna look over at Khepri and be like, what are you saying to them? What?
I'm giving them chicken.
Chicken? That was
Chicken.
mine.
But there's more. There's more upstairs drying, but they want chicken.
Okay, so then I'm going to, let's see, this spot right here, is that an open spot that I can stand in?
That is a pillar.
That's a pillar. So I'm going to stand, like, I'm going to hug the pillar and, like, try to go right beside the spider and, like, open my mouth so that I'm, like, receiving the chicken like the spiders are as well.
Oh my god.
Okay. Mkfor goes, I like chicken.
I like chicken.
KFC.
This spider kind of swiftly and you know, in a very creepy spider manner runs up right next to Khepri, and I assume it, like, all of you guys kind of like flinch a little bit as it kind of like just rushes up in like a very quick motion, but it just stops right next to Khepri, and Ramses is just still barking his head off. Tanhi, what would you like to do?
Which one is more threatening so far? The one that moved in front of Keryth?
They both seem like they're just waiting for Khepri to do something. You didn't quite understand what she said, but if they... you get the feeling that they're not going to wait for long, and if they don't get what they want, they're going to engage, more or less, because they want food, and you guys are also food.
Okay, well, I'm going to move there, and then I am going to rage. I said the word.
Okay.
Set the words!
Rage! And then I guess, like, I'm just gonna bring down the axe on them. So.
Well, so much for peace.
No!
We'll
give them
they're
pieces
in pieces
instead.
now. Yeah.
So you bring down the axe on the giant camel spider to the north.
Oh no!
Well, I don't know. What'd you roll, Anjela?
A 19? On the die.
19
No.
On the
No.
die.
A 19
On the die. Oh my god, not again.
plus 8 is a 27.
27 crits exactly.
Oh,
Is
That
there
is-
any point in rolling the damage?
That is the 38.
You never know. They might have a ton of hit points. How much damage did you do?
38 points
Holy
of damage.
crap.
holy!
What was that, Wabba?
Well, so one spider's dead.
Khepri's just holding the chicken out. The spider's next to her, and she watches Tanhi smash it. She's like, oh, okay.
And blood
Spider
just splatters
so much.
onto Khepri's cheek. Like,
Yep, Khepri's just
I
going.
was gonna make it my pet.
We were friends.
Spiders
Give him
deserve
chicken.
to be squashed.
Oh.
Habibi, you're up next. What do you got for me?
He is super proud of Tanhi. You know, like, she's going out there, girl bossing it. So he's like, okay, I know Khepri was kind of being nice, but I'm going to step forward and do electric arc on the one that's over there.
So much. Okay, all right.
So while Habibi is doing this, Tanhi is over there, like she has just slammed this her great axe into the spider, obliterating it basically. And while she's raging, you can like see like an undercurrent of like fear.
Huh. Oh, she's afraid of spiders. My cats do attack spiders all the time on the walls.
She has fight, not flight, so she's
Just fight, not flight.
Definitely not freeze.
All right. Well. What is your spell DC, Habibi?
18.
18. I rolled an 18 exactly for a success. So that's only going to be half the damage you roll.
Half damage, you jerk.
Hee 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 hee.
So it's going to be half of 5.
All right. So it takes 2 points of electricity damage. You have 1 action remaining.
Can I recall knowledge?
Sure. Roll me a nature check.
Oh, nature.
All right. As to be expected by spiders, they have the ability to climb up sheer walls. They have a climb speed, and they are very fast at climbing.
Oh, no.
But other than that, I can give you probably another piece of more useful information. Being animals, unsurprisingly, their lowest save is a will save. Tariq, it is your turn.
Oh, well, that doesn't do me any good.
Unsurprisingly, these spiders, the spider now looks upset, and it now looks like I'm not waiting for this trick anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for no more tricks.
So Tariq, he's watching. He's just a little bit behind everybody in the corner there, and he's watching his sister like hold out this chicken as Tanhi just kills this other spider, and he immediately like looks to the other spider, and he knows that it's probably going to be really ticked at Khepri, like they feel tricked. And so he's going to immediately do like a ray of frost at this spider that's on the other side of the. Was it a table? You said.
It's the table that they embalmed Akentepi on.
Yeah.
No, yeah. This is the tomb, the altar where Akentepi was mummified before he was permanently interned. So yeah, ray of frost. Go ahead and roll me that attack roll.
So he's going to roll an attack for 16.
A 16 misses these fast,
well, I'm going to
nimble
hero
creatures.
point that.
Oh, we do have a hero point.
I have 2 hero points I haven't used yet.
Go MVP.
Yeah, 2 hero points.
Come on, hero point, don't fail me. And it was worse. I got a 4 on the die for a total of 9. Ugh.
We take the higher of the 2. Either way, that is still a miss. You have 1 action remaining.
So out of curiosity, does Arcane Cascade mean like a spell that I used or a spell that was successful?
You just have to, if it says it, last action was cast a spell, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't have to necessarily land for me to go into Arcane.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. So
Correct.
Tariq, kind of frustrated that he missed, he's going to kind of go through his motions of like gearing up for a fight because he knows the spider is going to come after them now. So he's going to enter into Arcane Cascade.
Fantastic. All right. It is the giant spider's turn. Let's see here. It is going to enact one of its actions called Pounce. And you see it just climb up across this wall vertically all the way down here and bounce off the wall and lunge towards Tanhi. It is going to make a jaws strike, and we are going to roll a 13 for a, I assume, miss.
Oh, yeah,
and as it
miss.
lands, it's going to
of course.
It's going to turn towards Khepri, and it's going to speak in spider. It's going to say liar, and it's going to roll its claw strike, which it has reach with.
Oh, this is when I wish I could have my cat dance.
And we'll see you guys next week.
I didn't even get a turn.
I knew you were going to do
Damn
that.
it.
As
Come
soon as you
on.
paused, I was like, he's going to end it here. He's going to end it here.
I knew it too. I was like, I need to know what happens to Khepri. And what does he do? Pauses.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you liked what you heard, then please like, share, or subscribe to the Mithril Tabletop. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Or feel free to email us at themithraltabletop@gmail.com. See you next week. Music and sound effects provided to you by Envato Elements. The Mummy's Mask is copyright 2014. Mummy's Mask images, characters, and artwork are all a trademark of Paizo Incorporated.